Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Transworld Systems from their credit report, and in many cases, without paying their debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe that Transworld Systems or any other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist, and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. So call us today. Our number is in the description below. So let's get through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And first, really important, is can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Transworld Systems? And I put this one at the top of the list because we have a lot of callers that are terrified this could happen. And it makes sense. I mean, few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. So I was right there with you. Fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. The other thing is the amount of debt doesn't matter either. Okay, you could refuse $1,000 or refuse to pay $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now, who is Transworld Systems, and why are they on your credit report? Well, they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. Okay? For example, imagine for a moment that you have, for whatever reason, an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. Transworld Systems could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. Now, they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, giving them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. Damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy that they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report doesn't actually remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score. Paid or not, doesn't matter. So a lot of the time, paying it isn't in your best interest, and you could just be wasting your money. In rare cases, actually paying the debt can even hurt your score, which is the worst case, right? In addition to credit reporting, in order to get you to pay, they may send you scary letters, call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. Now, here's the thing. If collectors have ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case where you'd want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Transworld Systems? So settling your debt with Transworld Systems really depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Why? Well, because, as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score the whole time. So that's no good, needless to say. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you if certain issues exist. that the accounts may be removed. And this is a win-win. I mean, you won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from the report. So it's perfect. Here's a good one. How do you get Transworld Systems from your credit report, right? Removed from your credit report. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on the report, okay? Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a little more involved than it might seem. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but just be prepared, you know, that it's going to take weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you'd like to hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure it's done properly the first time and save the extra time, well, we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Transworld Systems accounts many times. They regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with those issues. And we'd be happy to do the same for you. How do you get Transworld Systems to stop calling you? This is very annoying. But as I mentioned before, Transworld Systems will be calling you. I mean, they will be. It's their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle the debt with them, okay, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Here's another question. Will Transworld Systems try suing or garnishing my wages? This is a big one. Transworld Systems suing you is, I'll say, unlikely. I mean, it can happen. It does happen, but in our experience, it's really rare. I mean, there are many laws around how long they can sue for and what they can do if they win, and it's just a long process. However, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Transworld Systems? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Transworld Systems has purchased. Transworld Systems is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA for short. And as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. Now, these acts, if you've ever looked at them, seem very complicated. The important thing is that they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use them properly. Now, if you don't have the time to research these, and I don't blame you, it's not a problem. That's what we're here for. Call us today, and we'll discuss your options. Again, I'll throw our number in the description area for you. And with that, thank you so much.